How's your audio?
Good, man. How about you?
Oh, it's doing good. Let's get this thing started.
Let's do it.
Blow things like ace.
Welcome, everybody, to another Georgia Archery podcast. Podcast number
27.
27.
27 deep.
Uh-huh. Man, how you been?
Good, man. Just working.
How was your weekend?
It was good, minus a toothache that...
Well, you know, toothaches happen, and that's one of those deals.
Yeah. It got me. That sucked. I ain't no other way to put it.
I understand. I had a day off. I ran down there and checked the trail cam.
Yeah, you had what, like 2,000 pictures?
2,000 pictures.
Whoa.
One doe.
You know, I'm hearing that a bunch. Bob's Place.
Yep.
Several bucks, some really good
nice
ones.
Bucks, yep. And
like 2 does.
Yeah.
But, you know, they'll show up.
Yeah.
They always do.
When the bachelors are together, you get to see more of them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But so I got to check that, and I did a little grilling.
I saw that.
I had a little pork chops and some.
Didn't bring nobody none on Tuesday.
Well, you know how that goes. See,
there wasn't any left.
Well, yeah, probably Tuesday was still a little left. But you know, by Thursday or something,
gone.
Left. Yep,
Gone.
But this is this week's weekend review
and preview
/ weekend preview.
Yeah.
So you know,
there's so much going, or not so much going on.
It's just that we don't have so much going on that we can split into two.
Right.
And there's no reason to do two and just filler.
Yeah.
So.
And then on the other side of that is we're so busy down there.
You're working late. I mean, we're working late as we can do. So, this past weekend, Dewey Rose Church had their 3D shoot. They had over 60 shooters.
That's a good number.
Mitchell Irvin threw down a 228.
Hunter Mitchell Irvin?
No, he shot Hunter class.
He shot the Hunter class, so he didn't shoot his target bow.
I guess not. And then high school, Charles Kent's with a 216. And then Jennifer Hervin and the women's hunter with a 223. So that was pretty good.
She laid it down too.
Yeah, it's pretty good numbers.
With hunting bows?
I guess so. So
wow.
I just know that was the class they were listed under. So that's the I haven't talked to Mitchell, and so I'm not sure. And then they had the Dixie Bow Hunter Jamboree down there at Culpeppers.
I saw that. Looks like they had a good time.
Yeah,
I've seen several awards.
They had over 70 shooters, and they had a whole lot of prizes they gave out. And guys said they had a whole lot of fun. Dustin Kerbo come out on top. I don't know what his paycheck was.
I didn't see any pictures of his check.
I didn't. I sent him a message, and he didn't message me back. So I don't know what Dustin ended up with, but he had 9 12s. Sam Smith came in second with a 210 with 7 12s.
Good shooting Sambo.
And then Ken Wood.
Kenny Wood.
Rounded out. And I did see his check.
I did.
And that wasn't a bad little. That's right. That's $200. From what I understand, now I was told $700 went to the first place, but I don't know that. I was trying to get the.
Did they do that as like back to store credit, or was it cash payout?
That part I don't know. I haven't talked to them to find out, but it doesn't matter. Still, money's money.
That's right. Dude.
So that was on Saturday, and Randolph. I just lost
brain slippage,
and my phone's over here doing its thing. So
brain slippage.
Anyway, he shot the Iron Pig and won one of those Floridale.
I've seen the picture.
And some climbing sticks.
Climbing sticks and a Millennium stand, I think it was. Yep.
So he won the that. So Donald did a good job on that. And then on Sunday,
Gainesville Archery Club.
Gainesville had their bow hunt extravaganza like they usually do.
Favorite places to shoot.
They had over 50 or so shooters. And
I'm glad to see them back up and running.
Yep.
I know Bear's been working hard on it.
Oh, yeah.
I would imagine Mitchell's helping and
Yeah, they
the Clark boys.
They had a whole lot of fun shooters in that list. I saw there was probably 30 of them that were shooting for fun out of that 50.
That's what it's all about.
Because it is fun. Cody O'Neill shot a 214 with 8 in his class, and I dropped something.
I heard it.
James Woody, he shot a 208. And then
Mitchell Irvin went over there and shot
just laid it down. And for fun shot a 232. So 16 of them bonus rings.
That boy can shoot.
He says he can't see no more. I talked to him the other day. He's like, man, I'm getting old. I was like, you're getting old, dude. I've been there. But he was doing good. So that was on Sunday. And then River Bottom had their shoot, and they had about 50 shooters or so. And Cole Frederick laid it down with a perfect score.
So what's a perfect score?
Well, perfect score was 200 because he didn't score 12s.
Right.
He was the only perfect score.
Wow.
From what I was told.
Boy can shoot. I mean, the talent level that's coming up.
Yeah.
The next couple of years.
Oh, my goodness.
Dude is so.
It's like, all right, so I had to beg my way back in the known 40 class, right? Just so I could shoot with the boys that I've been, aggravating with. I wasn't planning on going and winning and whatever. I just wanted to shoot with the guys.
I'm just glad I got a check when
But those kids are phenomenal.
Yes.
Yeah.
The next couple of years are really exciting to look forward to because of the talent that's coming up.
The only downside, and I'm a 3D, judging yardage is not easy, right?
No.
And that was originally what 3D was about.
Yes.
I mean, there's no doubt about it.
No doubt about it.
The realist in me says that's the genesis of archery. 3D archery was judging our yardage, doing it, and you had to make a great shot. You had to know your number and do everything. But I don't see it staying around.
It's
because think about it this way:
slowly phasing out.
Well, every youth class is all known.
Yep.
So we're talking about a generation
that's going to be known. So what are they going to do? Just back up and start over? No. So you think about 2 generations deep. It's going to be all known. So and speaking of that, the IBO is going to have to do something. That's a rabbit hole. We're not going down.
But they have put out the new shoot down speed limits.
I saw that. Several of the pros
so there's some
excited about that.
We talk about rules, right? NFAA come out with these rules, and so the twirl reverse went crazy. Twirl gate, whatever, and
twirl gate 19.
So and then they're changing the field archery around. And like I told you, I'm not happy with it because I enjoy that it's so different. But at the same time, if it grows participation, I'm all for it.
Right.
So, and that was the same thing when known distance come into ASA and everybody's going known and they're going to do known pro and that kind of stuff. It was a big deal about, oh my goodness, that 3D's going to die. And
that
didn't happen. So, I mean, it's the same thing. As long as we can grow participation,
I'm for it.
I believe that that's all I'm here for. That's what we're here for. So,
but I'm like you. Yeah. I mean, I like which we don't even hunt with range. I mean, without
rangefinders anymore. I mean, we all use a rangefinder. So
when I think of 3D, I think of unknown yardage.
I do. I mean,
but we are in the south. The southern part of the United States. I mean, that's what we did. That's how it was. I mean, and even before my time and your time,
I killed a whole lot of deer without a rangefinder.
Well, we didn't have them.
So, I mean, they went.
I mean, people look at me and, when I started bowing, we had TM hunters. I'm not that old, but I'm old enough to know what a TM hunter is on an overdraw.
Oh, yeah. I mean, no doubt.
A rangefinder. Say what?
Aluminum and them arrows.
Yeah. Yeah. That's 2114.
That's right.
But there wasn't such thing as a rangefinder.
So I'm looking at that and I'm thinking that the transition may happen. We're talking, a generation's transition. Those kids never knew half and half like we did when, which we didn't
started.
when we started, some of the up and coming classes were half and half.
Right.
So even at the state level, it was half and half.
Right.
You know,
15.
15. So at least you had the learning how to judge yardage.
Mm-hmm.
I heard somebody the other day said, all I need to do is learn where the 12s are at.
It's true.
And so that's why one of the reasons that my, theory on participation is known distance, because I don't have to judge targets anymore.
Yeah. And, you know as well as I do, in order to compete consistently, you've got to practice judging.
Yes. If you're in a class that has unknown yardage, mm-hmm.
You've got to practice judging.
But with a known distance,
it eliminates that.
But you just need to know where they're at.
Right.
Once you've learned where they're at.
I mean, where I was going with that is, all right, think about it. How much we work now.
Yep.
What little time we get to shoot.
That's right.
When do you have time to practice judging yards?
I don't.
Exactly.
That's why I was one of the forerunners to jump on the known 45 class way back when.
However, I still deep down inside,
I am the same way. I am no doubt about it.
Feel somewhat guilty about shooting on yardage because to me 3D is unknown.
Because me and you have sat on the range together and knowing we were shooting on distance, and we both step up there
and shoot it unknown.
Yeah. So that we can just feel what we used to feel like.
The Friday Night Lights.
That's right.
I mean, I shot several of those targets unknown.
That's right.
Just because I enjoy it. I mean,
oh yeah.
Now that was a little different than being in the woods because you got nothing to judge off of other than the ground, and I don't get enough time or have enough time to practice judging yardage with size of targets. And
I got you. Well, yeah. So I mean, congratulations to Cole Frederick. Hunt and shoot. There was some funny. I saw some video. His little brother standing on Daddy's back shooting over because it was so tall on the rope.
Yep,
I thought that was pretty cool. He's like, he got down, said, "Hey, you need to move forward because I can't see." It was hilarious, but he shot this target. It was good. We also talked about the youth championships. All four. Joseph Scarborough come back with a mixed team silver medal.
Mm-hmm.
Curtis Broadnax came with a compound junior men's team gold.
Mm-hmm.
Anna Scarborough come back with a compound junior women's team gold. And Matthew Russell come back with a compound cadet men's gold.
Mm-hmm.
So all four of the Georgia archers that went over to Spain all came back with hardware.
Yep.
So congratulations.
3 golds and a silver.
Yep. And
that's phenomenal.
That's nice. And US ragged up pretty good. We had, other folks that were in the mix too.
Good showing.
So we had a pretty good showing. So congratulations to United States, and then congratulations to us 4 Georgians that we were all rooting for.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to interrupt this podcast real quick. You cannot use that video.
Why? Because it's okay. This video we can edit it. This is not live.
Okay, well, you're going to have to crop everything from my belly up.
I understand.
Because I just realized
that you have
I am currently wearing the shorts that are ripped.
You have on the holy shorts. You have on your Sunday pants.
I do.
So
my holy shorts.
Your holy shorts.
I did not even realize that. All right. Sorry. Back to the podcast.
Because you've been staring and looked down.
Because I looked down and I'm like, that's no bueno.
That was hilarious. Anyway, so now everybody's going to be like, John, I need to see this.
Well, that'll be a good meme for Billy. I mean, I know he must be busy as we are over there because I ain't seen anything out of him in the last
He's been working. It's just how it works. So.
There you go, Billy. There's your meme. My holy shorts.
So last weekend was pretty good.
I would say so.
With all the different stuff. The kids got finished over the weekend at the Youth World Championships. And so this weekend.
What's going on?
Well,
2 weeks before bow season.
Wait. Yeah,
it is what it is.
Labor Day weekend.
Food plots got to
It's the last holiday, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the last summer holiday. It's usually the last boom of the lake season.
Mm-hmm.
So your house will be a rocking down in your neck of the woods. Everybody and their brother will be on the lake for the last weekend.
Not me.
I understand. And opening day of archery season is exactly 16 days away as of today.
16 days away.
Yeah, and it's football season.
I'm more excited about that. Go Dogs.
I'm excited because that just every time the football season and deer season. It just means the weather's cooling.
Did you see what the temperature's supposed to be in the morning?
Don't talk about that because it's going to tease us.
Did you see what it's supposed to be?
Yeah, 60.
64? or something?
Yeah, somewhere between 60 and 65.
Yeah, I'm down.
I'm like, yeah, but see, they just going to tease us because it's going to come back up.
When I pulled out the driveway this morning, I almost hit a deer. I didn't even know it was there. I wasn't looking on that side of the road. No, I've never seen them there.
Yeah, and there they were.
Apparently beside an old dilapidated boat.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just driving along. Matter of fact, I'm plugging my cell phone in. I'm not on the road, but I've not made it to. I'm still on private ground.
Driveway properly, yeah.
I'm plugging my cell phone in, and next thing you know, I hear some loud commotion, and I look to my left, and there's 10 foot outside of my driver's side window.
Deer.
There's 2 deer running through what sounds like wood up under grass.
Yeah,
I mean,
they were making a whole lot of racket.
Yeah, it was a lot of racket.
I got you.
So I'm really curious to know
how
close they really were to my truck.
That makes it really antsy, right?
But it was like 69.
Yep. So
yeah.
The next big tournament is a world tournament. Is the 2019 World Archery 3D Championships, and I want you to pronounce that for me.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
But that's in Canada.
Ain't even
Black Leecha Beacha, something, I don't know. Anyway, but it's in Canada.
My southern dialect will.
They're going to Canada.
Destroy that.
And just so happens.
Do we know anybody going?
We know a couple of folks going. Oh. I actually know a bunch of the folks going. But we have 2 from Georgia. One that used to be Georgia.
He's still a Georgian.
So they're all actually shooting the same team.
All right, now explain, because I didn't know, and congrats to Dalton, because I don't want to take anything away from him.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know Dalton made the team.
All right, so here's how that worked. Originally, Jeff Hopkins finished first.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler finished behind him.
Mm-hmm.
And Ethan Johnson finished third.
Mm-hmm.
And fourth was the alternate.
Which was Dalton.
No.
Was not.
Was Scott.
Hopkins.
That was the original. That's who won the first, second, third, and the fourth alternate. So Dalton was fifth. Well, Jeff and Scott declined.
I'm going to go there for a second. Because I haven't seen anything on it. Maybe I'm just not paying attention, or do you know why?
I don't know.
Or you just don't want to say?
Rumors are rumors, and I don't want to get into because I haven't. He said, she said, because I haven't talked to Jeff or Scott. And if I talk to Jeff or Scott, if we get, maybe we can get in touch with them and ask them.
Well, I'm going to ask you this question.
It's a self-funded trip.
And is that why they did not, or is that why Jeff declined?
I believe so.
All right. I'm going to go there for a second. This is a podcast, and sometimes
I understand.
Podcasts get into things that are a little dirty and muddy sometimes. Did everybody know that it was a self-funded trip before they shot the
qualifications? Yes, they did. I heard that sponsors said something about covering it. Maybe this is how I heard. And then sponsors decided not to cover both of them trips since one of them didn't make it, maybe. And so they backed out. I don't know.
I'm going to say this. Be mad at me if you want to, Mr. Hopkins. That's horse manure. If you shot well enough and you made the team, you should go represent the United States of America, whether your son made it or not. I said it. I did.
I understand. So
the two that we have spoke of several times, mm-hmm. Ethan and Tyler.
Yep.
There was no sponsorship money that has funded their trip.
They have
worked their butts off
and found,
to be able to go to that
and found fundraisers,
They've done whatever they had
and
to
they
do.
do what they do to get there.
All right. Mr. 7-time ASA Shooter of the Year. Call me out if you want. Text me and I'll give you my number when we talk about it. However, if you shoot well enough and you make the team,
You should
go. Because not everybody.
Well, here's
and I'm glad that Dalton gets to go.
On the others, here's what this is my thinking, because I haven't talked to Dalton about it, or I talked to Chris about it, Dalton's father.
Right.
Well, he gets this last minute. You get to go.
Oh, now I got to come.
And now
up
I
with
got to
cash.
come up with cash. You know,
which is another reason why Mr. Hopkins should be
You know
going.
what
He's
I'm saying?
gone from the
Dalton,
end of the tournament.
Dalton turned around and had to dig fast,
indeed,
to get everything in order to go. He's fifth. He's thinking he's going to be
he's at home.
Yeah,
he's going to be getting ready for both seasons.
You know, he's got his traverse smoking whitetail deer. That's what he's waiting on. And then he gets a phone call that says, "Hey, guess what? You want to go? Come bring me your money."
Well, we're not even going down that rabbit hole because you and I both know that we don't agree with that.
There's only one funded trip, and we're not going.
If you're representing, if it's a tournament that is where
you're 100%,
the United States of America is being represented, they should be covered.
I understand.
Should they be eating T-bone steaks and baked potatoes every night? Maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
But the trip should be covered.
I understand. I'm not.
However, you've known Mr. Hopkins since the end of the tournament.
No, you knew when you entered the tournament that it was a self-funded trip, that if you did place, you would have to pay for it.
Yeah. Now, and if that is not the reason.
Yep.
And something came up. I know you run a farm and all that. I get it.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna knock you.
I'm just telling you
if it's something else
that Dalton's going.
I'm glad for Dalton.
Yep.
Dalton was on the team last year. Yep. They did very well.
2 years ago,
Was it 2 years ago?
2 years ago. They do it every 2 years.
Oh, okay. Wow. I didn't realize it'd been that long.
Yep.
But anyway, he went. He done well.
Mm-hmm.
He represented. They won.
Yep. He has a gold medal. In the team.
And I'm glad he gets to go. I love Dalton to death.
Yep.
When I started working at Ace, Dalton was still employed here.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned a lot from him, even though he was half my age. Because he's good at what he does.
He's a good kid.
He's a great kid.
Yep.
And I'm glad he gets to go.
Yep. And we still keep up with him.
However, if the reason that the others are not going is because it wasn't covered, I think is doo-doo.
I understand. But let's take nothing away from Tyler, Ethan, and Dalton.
Absolutely not.
Wish them the best of luck.
Best of luck, fellas.
That's our compound guys on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I did see the picture that you posted from the Georgia Archery page with Tyler and Ethan.
Yep.
Dalton went on there.
No, because Dalton wasn't at win the picture, and Dalton's not a Georgian anymore.
Yeah, he is.
Well, he's not. Dalton, we wish Dalton the best of luck, and that's why I put him on the list. But he was a Georgian.
He's a Georgian.
But no, his
his license may say North Carolina, but he's still a dog.
Anyway, so
and you know what? Him and Ethan are like best friends.
Yeah, they're actually both going to the same college.
I know.
And so they're both leaving college to go.
That's pretty cool.
Spend a week in
And Tyler
Canada.
and Dalton competed against one another this year in semi.
And
so that's pretty good.
Dalton has to be a pro next year.
I know. He won his way out.
So
now let me ask you this. I'm just curious. Did he practice much this year?
I don't know.
Chris, I'm just curious.
No, we're not going to go there because that's a rabbit hole that I've been in the middle of. So
he's a young man. He's raging hormones.
And I think honestly, I honestly believe that going to college is going to help him because now he has other people. When he was here,
he shot more.
We shot more because we had other people. Right?
Mm-hmm.
When he goes up there, he didn't really have anybody that's around him to help push him,
right?
Get him to go. It's sort of like if when's the last time you went to the gym, dude?
How's the weather in the morning?
You understand? You don't have anybody there. If you had,
I am at my lowest weight since.
But if you've had somebody that was
right.
your workout partner,
Yep.
right? That's just like the other night when I shot indoor in here the other day.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason was because there was somebody else in here
that was shooting,
and they like come shoot, so I did, and that's the way it is. So, so it's Labor Day weekend. It's not, they had one football game or a couple of football games last weekend, but
I
this is
saw
really
some of that Miami Florida game.
Oh, good gracious, yeah. Well, Miami was trying to pull up the upset. Either Miami looked really good or Florida looked really bad, one or the other, or one, I don't know. So, but we ain't gonna talk about that. We got bigger footballs to shoot.
Yes, sir. Go Dogs.
And then archery season 16 days away. If you didn't get your bow to the doctor, I don't know if the doctor can get to your bow this week, next week. I don't know if it needed major problems.
Yeah.
Not saying like if you just check it over and everything's good, but if you needed strings and cables and whatever, and you show up the day before, you may be shooting the same strings and cables or buying a new bow. But
I mean, it's all we can do to get what we got.
That's right. I mean,
and I hope and pray that every shop's in the same situation.
Oh yeah, I mean,
because I want everybody to be busy. I don't wish.
Like I said, we hadn't heard nothing from Billy, so he's probably busy.
I hope so. I'm sure he is.
Tony hadn't had time to post anything down there because he's been turning wrenches down there at Wildcat with old Bill.
I'm sure Scott's
Scott's probably coming from the fire department straight to the shop every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Pike County's had a bunch of folks run through there, and George has probably got a bunch of the boys up there. I mean, that's what
hope so.
I mean, that's what we're hoping. I mean, and there's several other shops, the Foxhole and some other places, they're all doing, and I hope they're all doing.
Yep.
I mean, I really do, because I want archery to grow, and the only way archery is going to grow is everybody's doing it.
That's right.
So that's just the way this works. But yeah, that's what we got for this week, in review, and this week in preview. I did hear there's a place in North Carolina, Franklin, North Carolina, shooting. That's just across the line. They're shooting this weekend. I can't remember the name of it. And then I think Fort Gordon is shooting this weekend. I couldn't find an announcement on that.
So how'd you hear it?
Word of mouth.
Gotcha.
Somebody lives down that area. And so Fort Gordon may be having a shoot this weekend.
What about Flint River? Have you heard?
I have not.
I can't remember.
So
no, I don't think they're shooting this weekend.
So I tried to look through the old list, the new list, or whatever, and I saw a couple of question marks that hadn't been announced, they just had August. They didn't put a date on it or that kind of thing. So I don't know, but if you know of a shoot, send us a message on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. What's that other one you always call it?
Chap Snap.
Yeah. So, you can find all this information, these podcasts, and much more on
www.georgiaarchery.com.
That's right. You can always send us an email at georgiaarchery@gmail.com.
.com. Remember that commercial from
Yeah, I remember.
.com.
That's right.
What pants are you wearing? Oh, wait, that's State Farm.
No.
Khakis.
Yeah. She sounds hideous because he's a man. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, so that's what we got. You can find these podcasts on YouTube. Please like, share. We appreciate everybody listening.
Absolutely.
Buy some swag.
Georgia Archery swag right there on the
website. I keep seeing more and more shirts around,
I have to.
It's pretty cool.
I need to get me one.
I might need to order me one too.
Yeah.
That's one of those,
got to stop long enough to do it.
Yeah. I got to move. But what do you got plans for the weekend, man?
Work.
Besides that, dude, we have to take a day off every once in a while.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm really, really considering coming in and working Monday.
My cousin is getting married December, and she's having her housewarming because they bought a brand new house.
Congrats.
So
you're going barbecuing.
Shower / bridal shower,
You're
whatever, wedding shower, not really bridal because it's, everybody's invited. So that's what I'm doing Sunday.
Barbecuing.
And then Monday, I think I'm just going to be lazy because it's Labor Day. And so that means you're supposed to labor less, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And
I'm really considering because I know that
it just depends on
20. I think it's 26 sets of gas strings are supposed to be here.
It depends if we
tomorrow.
Get it all done.
So it'll depend on how fast we can get through them.
It's always about what you're going to have to do on Monday.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's always something to do. There's
God,
areas that's got to be flexed.
Yep.
I mean, you sell out all your package bows on Saturday. You got to have time to build more packages and hang them on the wall.
But, so we're doing our thing, having our good time. And you think you don't know if you're running south this weekend? Or
I don't know.
You're halfway in between, huh?
That's kind of the plan to go see the monk.
Next weekend, the GAA has their last shoot of the year, and they'll also set their dates
on that weekend.
For that weekend. So essentially, we should have a whole lot of new dates put up on the calendar for next year in the next couple of weeks so that people can start plotting their travels.
Sweet.
So, I hope the weather turns down. I hope your favorite college football team wins unless they're playing mine because then they'll have to lose. But I hope that everybody gets out, gets a little bit of rain came through. Hopefully some of seed plots got, some kill plots got some seed and got the growth, got a little water on them. And so I guess that's about it. Until next time, I'm Big John.
And I'm Robbie.
We'll see you.
Peace.